Hey. Please, don't clear your microphone. They knew you were coming up here.
What's up?
So, what did Kristen say?
I just asked if I could talk to her real quick, and I said, there's no way I would use PoV on you, no offense,
Yeah.
but if I used it on Hayden and you had a chance of staying here, would you come after us?
What'd she say?
She was like, no, there's no way. She was like, she told me, like, you'd be doing me a huge favor. You know, y'all are giving me a second chance. I don't go back on my word. I'm not going to say things that aren't true. Blah, 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 blah. You guys are 100% safe. And I was like, the reason that I'm even asking this and putting myself at risk.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I'm not doing it if Rachel doesn't want me to do it, period. Because I'm not going to go behind her back and burn that bridge. Like, I'm not doing it. And she was like, no, I totally understand. She's like, Rachel and Brendan would be safe too. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I'm not willing to do it, basically, unless Rachel's okay with it. And she was like, Rachel is totally safe. I would not come after them next week, blah, 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 blah. And, like, the reason, Rachel, that I'm, like, trying to protect myself on all sides right now, even with Hayden and Kristen, is because there's a double eviction coming up.
I know. And you don't have anyone, really.
No, and you have, that's like a case where you have to have somebody. Like, you have to win that HOH, or somebody that has your side has to win that HOH. Otherwise, it's like chaos.
I know.
I'm, like, really scared that double eviction is going to be not next Thursday, but the next one. And so I'm, like, trying to cover all my bases. And if we can get 2 weeks out of Kristen, like we do out of Hayden, that protects us for double eviction.
I just don't know if we can trust them. And, like, the problem is that, do you understand, they're going to be going, the only other people that they can put up are Matt, Reagan, Lane, and Enzo. If they make deals with me, you, and Brendan, that's only 4 people they can put up. Reagan is one person that is our friend. Matt, you know, same thing. Lane and Enzo, same thing.
I know.
So that means we're losing. Like, I've thought about this all night long, and I just don't know what to do either. But we're, like, literally, we would be losing our friends to save our enemies.
I know.
So we would be making deals with our enemies and sacrificing our friends. And that's something that I've thought about a lot. And then I've also thought, can we really trust them?
Eventually. I know. Can we really trust them?
Yeah.
And I feel like if they were to come to us with something crazy and be like, oh, I'll never put you up, I'll never blah, 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 that would be stupid. But if it's 2 weeks, that covers a double eviction. And, like, I don't want my friends to go home either, Rachel, but I don't want to go home. You know what I mean?
Like, no, I know. And neither do I. And I know, like, you have Brendan and I, for sure. Guaranteed. Like, I'm telling you, Brittany, like, I know you think that saying never might seem crazy, but, like, honestly, like, I really like you. I know you're smart at this game. I know you're a fighter. You're a competitor. And, like, Brendan feels the same way. So we're not ever going to burn a bridge with you.
Right,
or
and that's
put
how
you
I
up.
feel. I don't want to burn a bridge with you guys.
We're not ever gonna put you up unless it, like, you know, if it was like a situation that it had to come down to it. Same with us, I'm sure.
Same thing, yeah.
By the same token, doing that deal with Kristen and Hayden leaves them in the house to win a double eviction. And in a double eviction, we don't have time to be like, well, remember, we have the deal. It's on the spot. And Kristen could win and be like Rachel and Brittany and totally do that and, like, fuck us. I mean, I've, like, tried to think about all these. Yeah, because it's on the spot.
You're right about that.
All these ways. Is Kristen going to really in a double eviction sit there and go, because you know Kristen's not going to put up Reagan. Is she going to go?
I don't think she'd put up Matt necessarily either.
I don't think she would either. So is she going to sit there and be like, Lane and Enzo? No. And then next week, whoever wins HOH, who are they going to put up? Like, we can't just think, like, this sweet deal for 2 weeks sounds great, but next week, who wins HOH? Who are they going to put up?
If Brendan wins HOH next week, he can put her right back up.
I know.
You know what I mean?
About that, too, but then if you make a deal with them for 2 weeks.
It's not a deal between us. To them, it's them to us. I never said I wouldn't put her up.
Yeah.
It's like, you won't put us up, but we can do whatever we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
if Brendan wins double eviction HOH, or if you win double eviction HOH, put them both back up and knock that out. And here's what else I'm thinking, because POV's freaking today. Like,
I know.
it's soon.
Like in an hour
If
or
I
something.
take Hayden off, that doesn't mean Kristen stays necessarily either.
I know, but
And then we still have Hayden's deal,
I know.
because Hayden has nothing to do with
Kristen's deal. I know. I've thought about that too, but then the problem is we put up Kathy, that's the only person that guarantees Kristen staying.
Brendan, please go to the diary room.
I don't think Kathy guarantees that Kristen stays or guarantees that Kristen goes. I think everybody's going to be squirming to find out what you want, what the HOH. And I feel like when it comes down to it, you'll be the one who gets to make the decision, because you have Brendan's vote and then 3 other votes. So Matt and Reagan, you know, are going to go with whatever you say, whatever you and Brendan say.
Do you think? I think that Reagan and Matt would vote for Kristen to stay.
Why?
I just think Reagan and Kristen are close.
I think that, yeah, I think they are close, but I think that Reagan, Matt, and I are your friends, and I just feel like they'd listen to you.
I think so too.
And then if Kristen did stay, she's not putting us up for a couple weeks at least.
That's what she says, but she also...
But we can put her up.
Yeah.
Like, what if Brendan wins HOH next week? He has no deals with them. He put them both back up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking double eviction week. I'm like, that's all I'm thinking about.
I think that's smart for you to think about that. But you also have to think, Brittany, like first of all, I don't know who Lane and Enzo are even talking game to, but not to me and Brendan at all. So I don't think that...
I don't think they talk game.
So yeah, so I don't think then that we can guarantee that they wouldn't win double eviction and put us up either.
We can't guarantee that anybody wouldn't.
I know.
We can't guarantee. If Kathy could up and win, Kathy could have won that veto, Rachel. I mean, everybody's like, Kathy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Kathy sucks at anything that has to do with anything physical. But...
Or mental.
Or mental. But if it's a crapshoot like that,
I
Kathy
know.
has as much of a chance as anybody. And if Kathy wins HOH, it's definitely... I think it would be you and me.
I think so. Especially if I put her on the block next to Kristen.